basically the hydrogen is fed into the...
You can move back there. You can move over to this.
Okay. Okay. Basically the hydrogen is fed into the anode, which is...
And what is hydrogen? We don't know what hydrogen is.
Okay, hydrogen is an element.
Liquid? Gas?
No, it's gas.
So it's fed in as a gas?
Hmm?
It's fed in as a gas?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Okay. And at the same time, oxygen is also fed into the cathode, which is also a gas.
What's a cathode?
It's a site where electrons is accepted.
And what do you mean? What are electrons?
See where you're getting with this?
Yeah. Go on. What do you mean electrons? Explain it to us.
Electrons are subatomic particles of an atom, and they basically are responsible for the charges of the atom. And electrons are negatively charged. So,
Are electrons also what makes up electricity?
Yes, it is.
So electricity is really a flow of electrons.
Pretty much.
So you have all these electrons moving through a wire, and that makes electricity.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're trying to do here is we're trying to make electrons move through a wire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How does it do that?
Okay, so after the hydrogen is fed into the anode, it gets separated, the electrons get separated from the atom, because the electrons are going to want to move over to the cathode, because the oxygen is going to be the acceptor of the electrons.
So the electrons have this urge to move over to the oxygen.
Yes.
All right, some kind of go on.
It's just the simple physics of electrons and protons. Basically, the electrons are going to want to move over to the oxygen, but the electrolyte membrane is going to block the electrons from moving over to the other side. So the flow plates are going to flow the electrons around, and that causes the electricity. And the hydrogen atom, which is positively charged, will go through the membrane, because the membrane only accepts positively charged atoms or ions.
And then how's the water produced?
Okay, the water is produced at the cathode, because after the electron flows over to the cathode, it combines with the oxygen, and the hydrogen also combines with the oxygen, and that forms H2O.
And where in there is the water created? Where in that schematic? Where does the water come out of?
Well, the water is just going to come out as condensation, basically. You could probably attach an external tube to collect the water.
Because it just kind of oozes out of the size of it?
Basically.
Okay, thank you. So what did...